Hello everyone. Hi, hope you're all doing well. Just wanted to record this quick intro for you. Me and Sam were a part of the Southampton Super Pod for Red Nose Day, and we just basically got this extra MP3 file to share with you guys. So if you did miss the event, you can actually listen right here. So, a few things before that. Firstly, apologise for the previous episode. My audio went really strange. I was using a headset, but unfortunately the headset decided to die on me. I don't really know what happened. It's very strange, but it basically recorded all my laptop audio rather than the headset audio, and it's not as good quality, and it turned out really awful, and I just wanted to apologise for that to everyone. It was really annoying. It was really frustrating because it was a really good episode, and I think we decided on putting the episode up because we didn't want to disappoint Ollie, who was a brilliant guest for the show, and I'm sure he'll be back again soon, I hope. So cool, that's that out of the way. So before we get into this episode, there's been a Nintendo Direct announced, which is great news. Tomorrow night, 12th of the 4th at 11 o'clock, where we will be, I'm sure I'll be watching it. I just wanted to mention we'd have a Discord channel. I will be linking that in the description of our Facebook page and on the description of this link here. I'm hoping to get this up tonight, so you will be able to find it, and then you can come join me and come and join us for the Discord chat while we talk about the Nintendo Direct, which will be on tomorrow. So that'd be pretty cool. It'd be cool to see you in there and talk to you. And I'm going to try and work out if I can record it and maybe use the audio for other things, but waiting to see if that will actually let us do it or not, which we have to wait and see. Okay, other things. I have a new mic. Woohoo! It's pretty good so far. I've tested it now, so we'll see how it records on this. But so far it's been pretty good. What I've been testing on a couple of Sonic episodes, I tested. I've not uploaded any of them yet. I've got the next part of Undertale still to record, and so you'll definitely hear a bit of difference on my actual YouTube channel and in future NPod episodes as well. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully that will improve the audio quality coming forward, and we won't have any more issues like we did in the previous episode. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So we're on to this episode of Nintendo Podcast System. So this was just me and Sam at the live Super Pod event, and we chatted ages about the history of Nintendo consoles we owned and played, and some background on the podcast itself. It's only an hour long, so it's not too long, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty nice, and it was really cool of Alan from the Dead Poets Society and the runner of the Super Pod event to give us the copy of this MP3 so we could put it up to our own channels and things like that. I just wanted to give a shout out to all the great podcasts that were on that day. Honestly, it was a great event to be part of, and I originally foresaw it as a great networking event, so we could meet some like-minded, podcasters, basically. So there was so many local podcasters I didn't know about, and I just want to give a few shouts to the Dead Poets Society. There's Gallifrey Stan's podcast, which is a Doctor Who podcast. It was really cool, actually. Stacey's Pop Culture Parlour, I think that's correct. She did a really good episode with the two other guys who also did another episode themselves. Well worth checking her podcast out. I've subscribed to everything that was on the Superpod event, and you can still check it out on superpod.co.uk. There's a link to all of the podcasts on there, and you can also still donate. Yes, you can still donate to Red Nose Day on there, We managed to get up to just over £1,000, which was pretty cool to do that, and effectively it managed to help us reach the target of over £1,000, which is what we wanted. So yeah, pretty good. Other than that, we've pretty much hit our target. We did everything we wanted. We had a really good episode, and I hope that it's good for you. Hope you enjoy it, and nothing more to say than happy gaming and enjoy the episode. See you later.
Time for another live podcast.
Take it away, guys. Cool. Nice.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Sam. How are we doing?
I'm fine.
This is a bit weird, isn't it?
In the same room doing a podcast. I don't think that's a first for us.
Yeah, and normally we're from like bedrooms and stuff and Skyping and trying to solve problems with Skype and connections all the time because it's
hopefully
always
not an issue this time.
No, unfortunately we don't have an audience anymore.
No, it's a bit we just fly past the door. Bye.
That's cool. Before we start, I just want to give a shout out to all the other podcasts of today. They've been absolutely brilliant from what I've been listening to, and I've
sadly missed it all because of work, but I'm sure they have been absolutely bloody fantastic.
Yeah, there's been a few decent ones in there. I mean, I was particularly wanting to shout for the Gallifrey Stands podcast that was on earlier today because they had a very special guest who was an extra in Star Wars Rogue One and in Doctor Who as well.
Oh, jammy.
Yeah, so if you get a chance to re-listen to that one, I'd definitely recommend that one.
Definitely.
Very cool. Right, we're Nintendo Podcast System. We're normally a three-man team, but unfortunately Matthew can't join us tonight. I'm hopefully
he's past his beddy buys.
Past his beddy buys. Yes.
Mummy marched him off to bed, and
he's going to kill us.
Matt, if you're listening now, you have no way to defend against this.
So we're a Nintendo-based podcast. Both me and Sam both live in Southampton, and Matthew actually lives in Southend.
Yeah, Essex.
Yes. We've been podcasting for about 2 years.
We're just about to have our 2-year celebration.
Yeah,
I think we're going to do a quiz at some point. But
yes, that is the plan. There will be a quiz because we did a quiz last year for it, and yeah, it was very successful.
Who is listening? Oh dear. Okay. Sorry, I just got a direct message. Right. Anyway, sorry, you were saying.
I was saying. Sam, do you listen to any podcasts yourself? Is there anything like you sort of listen to?
I did used to listen to the Streetpass UK podcast. Sadly, they have just finished.
On hiatus for definite. I don't know whether they're actually definite finished or not. We have to wait and see with that one. But
yeah, we wait with much anticipation.
Very good.
That's probably the best way to put it.
Is there anything else other than that? Is that just the only other podcast you sort of...
Other than that, mainly no, just ourselves.
I mean, I listened to a few gaming podcasts for football, and I've also been on a football podcast before as well, which was pretty cool.
Oh, nice!
As a guest, but other than that, we just sort of. How did we get into podcasting? It was just.
I think it was because we were listening to a particular one, and then our dear, lovely Matthew. Gave out the invite, didn't he?
Yeah, Matt penned out the invite to like he said, I wanted to do a podcast, and that was on a random live stream we were watching, and I was like,
you were just like, I was more like, I don't know, I don't really like. So, it's a bit of a random question for a random stranger, but
it worked though.
Yeah, it did.
So me and Matt started the first 2 or 3 episodes of Nintendo Podcast System, and our audio was awful. We didn't know what we were doing. We still don't really know what we're doing, but
I still remember the first episode debacle of you guys losing the entire audio and having to re-record the entire thing.
Horrible story of having to do the first episode. Matt forgot to record the whole thing while we were talking. Which,
oh dear.
These things happen, unfortunately. But anyway, you joined after a few episodes.
Episode 3, I believe.
Episode 3.
Yes, and dear Jason as well. And
unfortunately he's not with us at the moment. He might come back for a few guest slots in the future, maybe. But.
Yeah, we should do a Zelda theme one.
Yeah, I know he's just finished the game as well. So you've just finished the...
I have as well, yeah. I finished a little bit after him, but he's probably put at least, I remember seeing about a good 110 hours into that. But we'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll get to that later, yes. So, but yeah, it's all been pretty fun so far. I think I've really enjoyed being part of this podcast.
We've had laughs, giggles, memes.
Lots of memes.
Oh, yes. Pikachu in a slingshot.
We've had lots of great guests as well, I think, over the last 2 years.
We've had Roger's Bass, Dan Sesteri, Nintendads.
Recently had Ollie from Minus World.
Yep, we've had Ollie.
He was brilliant.
Who else have we had?
Trying to think of else now. We've had Matt from VGTribune.
Oh yeah, of course.
And we just hopefully get a few more guests coming in the future, because every time we've had a guest on, they've given extra input to every sort of...
We've even had fans as well. We had our good number one fan, Malak Emrys, on.
Yes,
as well.
He's a great collector of toys and things, and he's always shared, like, him and his daughter have always shared like photos of all the toy collections they've got in their home, and he's got his whole amiibo collection on this one shelf, and it's just so impressive to see. And I feel sorry for him if he get loads more coming in, because
you not seen the updated version of
I'll have
my
to have a look at it in a minute. Yeah, I've seen your bookcase. Yeah, your bookcase.
Oh, it's updated. There are even more.
Is it as bad as Alex from Street Pass Reading's Legend of Zelda cupboard?
Not as bad, but that's generally... I'm just showing Jack a picture now.
We can retweet it and you can have a look at it in a bit.
Yeah, I have posted this on Twitter. You can find it at samspade_UK.
Yeah. Don't forget Matt to retweet it on EndPod as well, so we can have a look at it.
Yeah, that would be very handy, Matt.
Go on, Matt, do it. Do some work for a change.
You're not here.
This is great. So we've also... also part of Street Pass Southampton, which is a Nintendo community in Southampton, part of Nintendo Street Pass UK. At the time it was one of 50 different groups. I know there's been a few moved about here and there, but there's also been groups coming back into it as well. So that's always worth having a look for if you're interested in going to gaming events.
It's a great community to be a part of. I literally came upon it on an off chance, and ever since I've always gone to events and things. I've met loads of amazing people.
That's where we first met, really. We went to the Mario Kart.
It was a Mario Kart tournament.
8 tournament we ran.
And you guys didn't... Neil got my name wrong twice. And... that was a funny old story. But
were you in the top 4 for the event?
I came third.
You came third. There you go.
Yeah, that was good fun. And then you guys later looked at pictures. You're like, oh, that was you.
And then I didn't realise it was you.
Recognise me. I was like, oh, thanks.
So yeah, funny that we all sort of joined in together, and now it's gone from there. Just to say, we've also been part of some other gaming groups around Southampton. Southampton Game Fest, I know, is another one we were sort of quite a big part of at the start.
I believe our first one was for Special Effect, wasn't it?
For Special Effects, yeah, for the charity.
Great charity. Obviously we're here for Red Nose Day at the moment.
So we're supporting Red Nose Day today. But we're always happy to support any charity going, and Special Effects, if anyone doesn't know what they actually do, it's helping disabled children and disabled adults to be able to play video games with their parents and other members of their family. And I
believe it also looks at focusing on equipment, so like for eye recognition and for controllers for more posability.
Because I played FIFA with my eyes at an EGX event, which was quite impressive, to be honest. The technology to do that sort of thing, but that kind of thing, though, that could open the world to some people. You can only use eyes. And,
exactly.
It's a great sort of thing. But where else have we been, Sam? Where else we could
I believe we've been to Cyber Jam Gaming.
Yeah, we've done a few things with Cyber Jam. Another great group in Southampton. Same thing, they're raising money for charities and things all over the country, all over the Southampton and Hampshire area at the moment. Romsey and as far as Hedge End sort of way. But, keep a look out for their pages, because great groups, and they're always raising money, and always great to meet up with people and play some games and enter some tournaments and things like that. It's all good.
Exactly.
Fun, right.
Oh, excuse me.
Excuse you.
Yes.
TweetDeck's open, as far as I'm aware, and so's the chat room on Mixler. So if there's any way you want to contact us and ask any questions, just go for it, and we'll try to answer the best we can. I don't know if I can get Sam to sort of focus a little bit on that, maybe. But he doesn't have a clue what we're doing.
The Twitter's one of my least used things, and chat rooms and things. I'm just like,
Is that the noise you've got to make when you don't know what you're doing? So, I like that. Cool. So yeah, if you do want to get in touch, just let us know, and we'll try and come back to you. So cool. Right, let's do a little brief history, shall we?
Yes.
So you've played a lot of Nintendo consoles
Since I was about 3 years old.
since you were about 3 years old. So what console did you start with? And
My dad bought me a NES.
NES, Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yes, the very first original.
Is what our podcast is actually named after.
Yes,
So
indeed. I'm the oldest of the group.
you are the oldest of the group. Only just, but you are the oldest of the group.
Yes.
So what did you, when your dad first bought that for you, or whatever, what were the games you sort of had with it?
I had Super Mario Brothers, which is just such a big staple.
Everyone has Super Mario.
Yeah. What was I had Legend of Zelda. No, Link's Adventures, isn't it? Legend of Zelda 2.
The second one, yeah.
I had
Link's
that.
Adventure, yeah.
God,
Lots of people don't like that game. But I don't mind it. I think it's all right. But
I think because of the time it was published, it was all about guides and books.
Yeah.
And you really could not know what to do unless you really had those guides and books.
the first game was like that, though, wasn't it? You just couldn't. There's a lot of things you couldn't do without knowing where it was, kind of thing.
But now we have the internet.
Now we have the internet, so it tells
that
us
just makes it
everything.
much easier. But I had like, what else did I have? I had like DuckTales. I remember that.
DuckTales. What a
classic.
game!
Absolute classic.
And a bit of a thing from DuckTales is a lot of the people working on DuckTales now work for the Shovel Knight team.
Yacht Club.
So you can
beautiful.
definitely see the sort of connection there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But we love Shovel Knight here, don't we? So,
Do I love Shovel Knight? Oh.
you can't stop playing it. I keep seeing.
No, I've just played Spectre of Torment.
How is the new Shovel Knight? Like, how is new DLC?
Spectre of Torment.
Yeah.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Brilliant.
It's a brilliant way to bring in a backstory, but still keep it really fresh. And they've just learned from the past 2 games.
Definitely. But what I like most about Shovel Knight is the fact that it's taken like the NES era of games and then sort of put it into this era. And
Yeah, it's putting a modern twist on a classic. It is brilliant. It truly is brilliant.
Okay, so you played NES, played all the games on there.
NES.
Went on to the SNES?
Then went on to
See,
SNES.
I never actually owned a SNES.
Really?
Never owned a SNES. My uncle had one, so whenever I went around there, I'd play Super Mario World and Mario Kart.
You got Mario All Stars, and you got to play like all three.
I think it was All Stars that he had, but I think he had the one with Mario World on it because there wasn't many. There
was 2 releases. There was the original, which had
So I
the
keep
3, and then the 3rd one.
I keep asking him, what have you done with your SNES? Because I want to know where that cart is, because that could, could be interesting. I don't know where that is.
Yeah, I know. It's such a good console. I think it was really a good point when indies and like other developers got to really start putting their games in. It was a really good console. It was a really big jump from obviously the 16-bit era, wasn't it?
Definitely. I mean, what was your specific games you played on the SNES other than Mario games?
I still remember Mario Paint.
I've gone back and played Chrono Trigger recently on the DS.
Oh, jeez.
When it was originally on a SNES game, but if you've not played that game and you're into RPGs and you like weird art style games,
it's a big game up there. Chrono Trigger.
It's a huge game.
Not that I've personally played it myself. I've watched videos and I'm like, geez, that's amazing.
It's definitely one to look back into, and if you can get hold of it. It's getting hold of that game. It's another one. It's quite difficult because of the cost and.
Oh yeah, God.
So at this time, I think Game Boy sort of started coming to.
I'm sure that was a little bit before it.
Before 89, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think one of the games I could play and then play again on that. And it's probably one of the first games I got was Link's Awakening.
Link's Awakening. Oh.
Did you ever play that?
So I've never played Link's Awakening.
Oh my god, it's such a classic. It has no Zelda. It literally is just Link.
It's just Link.
Yeah.
Just Link, just going around with his sword.
Yeah, it's really strange. He just wakes up on an abandoned island and he's just like, oh, okay.
I think I remember something of the start of it, and I just can't remember anything after that kind of thing. It's really weird.
It's a great game. It's a lot of puzzle solving and item collecting and sort of trading each item to get to the next bit to advance like item development and stuff as well. It's a good game.
Cool.
It's a very good classic.
I think the one main game... there's 2 or 3 main games I played on the Game Boy, and Tetris being one of the first ones on there.
Tetris, like, you had to get the cable and link them together to have 2-player. My God.
Because there was a sort of little Easter eggy sort of thing with doing that, because on the multiplayer screen, whenever you had to select the different what game you're playing and like game type and things like that, they had like characters on there. I don't know if you ever noticed.
Yeah, I did notice that.
I think you got Link, Donkey Kong, and possibly Kirby on.
Oh, I can't remember.
There's
too long ago.
Little Easter egg there. Have a look if you get a chance.
Yeah.
Link to Tetris Game Boys together. So, other than that, I think there's one other game which I love on the Game Boy, and I was just mentioned Kirby. I love like, I don't really like the normal Kirby games. I just can't get on with them. It seems takes a bit too much time to sort of get into and understand them at first. But I do love Kirby's Pinball Land for the Game Boy.
I remember you posting this.
Yeah, I've probably bought that game about 4 or 5 times now, because it's been like they re-released it onto other consoles. I've got it on my 3DS, and I think it was available on the Wii U. I might be wrong with that one, but yeah, there's
probably games I've double dipped on.
For a pinball game, though, it's other than Sonic's Pinball, I think that's the only 2 pinball games I think I've actually played. But
I really can't get into pinball.
Other than the pinball on Windows, which was a very long time ago.
Oh God, that's way too long ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think probably like I skipped an era because you'll have to probably tell me more about N64.
Oh, man. I can't believe you've not played it. I've never owned.
I used to go around a friend's house and play it like briefly, like Mario Kart 64 and Pokemon Stadium, like briefly.
Oh, man.
Like used to bring around like Pokemon and then plug it into the cartridge and like download the Pokemon so you could fight each other. Oh God, that was brilliant. But yeah, I missed so much.
I know I've mentioned it on our podcast before, but Pokemon Stadium is probably one of the hardest games I think I've ever played.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about the tower and just to get a blooming Surfing Pikachu.
To get a Surfing Pikachu is ridiculous. You've got to complete the game twice, and this is like you got to do the gym leader challenge, which is 8x4, 8, 16, 24, 30, 32. Sorry, 32 challenges there.
Oh, jeez.
Another 32 in the tournament section.
So that's then 64.
Yeah. And then you've got to fight Mewtwo later on with all his gym leader people.
Oh, jeez.
Then you've got to do the whole thing all over again in the nighttime mode to be able to unlock Dojiro. You get Dojiro mode for completing it the first time, which means you can play Pokemon Red, Blue or Yellow in like double speed on the game cart. But if you do complete the second time of going through everything, you can unlock Dotrio mode, and you can get the Pikachu from Pokemon Yellow, transfer him over, give him the surf ability in Pokemon Stadium, to then transfer him into Pokemon Yellow, then to play the surfing minigame in there.
Oh, jeez.
How complicated is all that just to do that? You know,
I think you have to be a pretty die-hard Pokemon fan just to blooming.
I mean, anyone who's actually done that, fair play to you, because that is proper hard going to do that.
Yeah,
you know.
I literally was giving up after a while. I was just like, no, it's not worth it.
And it's not an easy game in general, though. It's like, it gives you rental Pokemon options at the start, and they've got some decent ones in there, but they've all got really weird move sets. And like you'll find like Rhydons with Surf and Thunderbolt and things like that, and it just doesn't really work.
Yeah.
But anyway,
yes.
Moving on.
Getting on.
N64 still. I suppose.
What would you say, like, if we're going to keep this sort of to a point, is the top N64 game for you?
Oh man, that's a question and a half.
I could probably say I know what it is.
I definitely think that Lilac Wars is up there.
Knew it would be Lilac Wars.
He's definitely up there. It's probably one of my favourite arcade shooter space flight sort of thing.
Spacey, shooty,
Yeah,
flying thing.
there's nothing else sort of like it other than maybe Ace Combat. That's the only one I can sort of think at the top of my head, but it's not really the same sort of thing, you know. But yeah, other than that, there's like GoldenEye. GoldenEye is one of the best games.
I watched someone play that. I literally am no good at like that kind of game. It's just,
Why not?
I'm just terrible.
Why not?
I
It's no
literally
good.
am terrible. Unless it's really cartoony fun one, I'm just terrible at first-person shooters. I actually die. Somebody just sneaks up on me. I'm just not good with the whole setting.
Oh man, that's just
I know.
disappointing. We have to get a
total
64
total
and
face
actually
plant.
train you how to play it properly. But be honest though, if you go back to now, it's so dated. It's
Pretty much.
cool. That's N64. I don't know if there's any other games I can sort of shout out for it.
No.
Paper Mario, maybe. It's the one
Again, I missed that one.
At the end of the life
I
cycle.
kind of started from Thousand Year Door onwards.
Thousand Year Door's cracking game on the GameCube. Yeah, absolutely cracking.
Which kind of moves us on to the next one, doesn't it?
Yeah,
GameCube. I played so many on there. I think Super Mario Sunshine was probably a really big one for that. I played for hours on end just to find all those shine sprites.
Yeah, I do like Sunshine for its music,
Yeah, I must admit that was probably, and the visuals.
and the fact it's got Yoshi and you can ride him. But you know,
You could do that in the, no, you can't do that in
it's only the first 3D game you could do it in. But they brought it back in Galaxy 2,
Yeah, they did.
I believe.
Yeah, it was 2.
Amongst other things in there. But Mario Kart Double Dash, of course, is
Oh yeah, God.
one of the most highly rated GameCube games there is, and lots of people still play it now.
Wow,
It's just-
they'll be bringing that back in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, won't they? Well, double items anyway, at least.
yes,
That'd be interesting.
definitely, Yep. Anything else on the GameCube? Wind Waker
Yeah, Wind Waker.
or
was a good
Twilight
one.
Princess, possibly.
No, I took that to the Wii.
Took to the Wii. So what about Wind Waker?
So you stick to the GameCube. I actually got it on the Wii.
This is the thing. 'Cause, we've had this argument before me.
Well, I've been fine about it. It's whatever anybody wants to do.
Me and Matt have an argument about playing Twilight Princess on the Wii or the GameCube, and I've always preferred the GameCube version personally.
I didn't mind personally. I didn't mind swinging the Wiimote about. Mine didn't snap off and fly into a mirror or a TV.
Twilight Princess I can deal with, but it's when you get to like Skyward Sword and you've got to put the controller up in the air.
Yeah, I didn't play Skyward.
I just never really enjoyed that. I don't know why, but
Meh.
did you have the Game Boy Advance connector for the GameCube?
Is this for Four Swords by any chance?
Well, Four Swords is one of the games it worked with.
I did have it. I think I only used it for Four Swords.
Okay.
That was the only one.
Because I remember having it, and I can't remember why I even got it.
No, hang on. It was also in Wind Waker, wasn't
You
it?
could use it on Wind Waker. There was like a Tingle extra character you could use as a second player on there.
Oh, yeah.
You control them on the Game Boy Advance, and you basically overview the whole map, and you could place bombs or
I
things.
think it was like finding items, wasn't it?
You could
Secret
find
hidden items.
hidden items, but you could also place bombs and kill enemies and find extra rupees and things like that. It wasn't that well fleshed out, but it added an extra player, I guess. But
No, they got rid of that in the remake, didn't they?
yes,
I think
they
it
did.
became
Yes,
the
they've
Tingle Bottle or something.
yeah, they changed it for the Tingle Bottle, which was quite a good idea actually, because they added the Miiverse connection with like collecting the models in Wind Waker. You had to take photos of each individual character in the game and then take it back to the guy who makes a model out of the character.
Yeah.
You could only do one a day on there. I think there was one every day on the actual game, as in a cycle on there.
Yeah.
Which was kind of weird,
It
but
was a strange one.
that really kept it a bit longer than it was kind of thing.
I think that was just sort of like pulling teeth by the end of it. Really,
Yeah,
wasn't
I can understand that.
it? And then it moves on to Wii U, really, doesn't it?
Well, before we go to that sort of thing, let's take a step back to the DS.
Oh God, there's
Because the DS and the 3DS,
all sorts of that I played. There's Pokemon, obviously, but there's like Nintendogs.
When I first got the Nintendo DS, I only had WarioWare.
I had WarioWare and Mario 64.
As I remember it, because I always took it to
Or Mario DS.
to college with me when I first went to college, and in between breaks and stuff, because like the way our break system was weird. It's like you had 2 different lunch times, and like people would be in lessons at one of them, and then other people wouldn't, and it rotated kind of thing. So I if I had the first break, I'd play on the DS, playing smooth touch, sorry.
Yeah.
And we'd play the Cat and Anna game on there, which is literally all about swiping.
Oh yeah, because it's Ninja Stars, isn't it?
Ninja Stars and things like that. But I would set a score on the first break, and I'd give it to my friend because he's always on the wrong break time to me, kind of thing. Give it to him and see if he can beat it, and then get back to him after that, kind of thing. I think we end up getting a score of over 180 on that one game. And it's like that is,
and it gets faster and faster.
That is hard going.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it gets to about 70, and it's on the highest setting it can, and it's just so crazy speed wise. But yeah. But
I always used to play Ashley's level. I don't know why.
Yes, for the music. Absolutely for the music.
Yeah.
Ashley's theme is in Smash Bros as well.
Yeah, I remember that. I always used to turn that one up.
Isn't she a assist trophy in the latest one as well?
She is, yeah. She, I believe, slows down time.
She does. She does slow down time.
Yes.
Which is always useful, like Shadow.
Yeah.
As well. So
yeah.
Pretty much the same character. Kind of thing.
Pretty much
same ability. Any other shout-outs on the Nintendo DS? Or was anything else you can think of off the top of your head? I know it's quite difficult to do straight away.
It's the console I haven't thought about in a long time. I remember, like I said, Nintendogs, Mario. I used to play Tetris Ultimate on that, which is much better.
There was a Tetris DS version I had, which had like 6 or 7 different games or different.
Yeah,
Tetris
I think that was
modes.
it.
And there was one that had, I think it was Balloon Fight. You had to.
Oh yes.
You had to slide the tiles over with the stylus. You couldn't use the buttons.
No, yeah.
And you had to try and solve the puzzle just from moving.
I think that was one I avoided, to be honest.
I spent a lot of time in that game. To be fair, I spent a lot of time in a lot of games. So, that's not saying much, is it really? So,
no.
Anything else in DS, or was that?
No, I literally can't think of any more.
Cool.
I'm racking my brain now.
Nintendo's most successful console.
Oh yeah, I remember us saying that and talking about that in an episode.
Yes, the Nintendo Wii. So, this is one I always love in trivia questions. What is the highest selling game of all time?
What was it? Oh, God, it was on the Wii. I can't remember. I'm sure you've said this.
It's pretty obvious.
Not Twilight Princess, is it?
No. Technically, come with it.
Oh, Wii Sports.
Wii Sports sold the most because the console sold the most in terms of sales as well. So it sold more than Mario, Super Mario Bros, which was the highest selling at the time. I don't know if it's been beaten since then, but
God knows.
Who knows?
It's hard enough to keep track as it is.
There's something for a trivia question for you. So always remember that one. That always comes up.
Yeah, I have a 3 point.
3 point for you. A 3 bonus point.
Well Matt's listening. Darn it, he gets a 3 point.
No, he doesn't get points. He gets minus points.
Minus 10.
Minus 10. So what games on the Wii did you have?
Well, Twilight Princess is a big one for me.
Yep.
And I bought the HD remake. I was just like, yes! Yeah, gotta have that Wolf Link amiibo. Let me think. What else did I play?
I think Wii Sports was...
there was Wario Smooth Moves, wasn't there?
Smooth Moves was on there, yes.
I used to enjoy that one. There was the next Pokemon Stadium one on that one, wasn't there? Battle Generations or something like that.
Colosseum? No, was that GameCube?
No, it was Colosseum.
Was that GameCube?
I can never remember. There was a Pokemon Colosseum thing.
Might have been GameCube.
That was GameCube.
And then that other one was the Wii, the one you said.
Yeah.
I honestly, I've never played either.
It's...
I don't know if you go on Twitch Plays Pokemon, because you can do... basically betting.
No, I remember you saying this. Like, you can bet and
you bet virtual coins on. I believe it's.
You got me to do that once, and I was just like.
I believe it's Battle Colosseum.
You got some really random Pokemon on there. Though.
Yeah, it's just completely random what appears, and then it's when you find like a Pidgey beating the legendaries and things. It's like, how did that happen? It's just
because of the random movesets, though. That was the thing.
But it's good to see that they're still using games in that sort of way, and even older games they can.
Yes, underage gambling.
Yeah. And well, yeah, I guess, yeah. Twitch isn't. There's a lot of people in trouble with that at the moment. So I don't advise that. But,
well, it's not real money,
it's not real money.
Still,
it's all fun.
It creates a problem.
Yeah. Oh god. Well, with the Wii actually, I was quite lucky with the Wii because when it first came out, I got it for my birthday, and like a load of my friends all like chipped in together to buy me the Wii because they knew I wanted it so much, but I just didn't have the money at the time to go and buy it because I wasn't working and looking for jobs and nothing was happening.
Yeah,
I think I was still at college, at the end of college at that time as well. But yeah, and then they all like must have been 8 to 10 friends all chipped in to buy me the Wii, and like I've always really appreciated that, and I think that's little things like that makes me want to like keep it forever.
Yeah.
Now I don't know what to do with it.
There's still things sat on my chest like at home that I made. It's just loads of gaming stuff, but there's some things you just can't throw away.
That one I don't think I could throw away now, even though I've got the Wii U as well. I mean, it's just there's so much because of that. Because the people put that money together and the people I played those games with, it still was such a great console to me. I think.
Yeah, it was an amazing console. I think it really sort of started the trend of like really starting to set the what's it like setting the standard. Yes, almost. Definitely. So, did you get the 3DS at launch? I did not.
You did not?
No. Well, first of all, I played it at a demo, which we had at our shopping centre, and oh my god, did I get the biggest headache from the 3D. I literally can't cope with the 3D on the 3DS. I shouldn't say that. I love the 3DS. I just can't cope with the 3D.
Yeah.
I think it's because it's just the way it's done. It's more like I'm trying to go into the screen for the 3D effect rather than it coming out at me. I don't know what it is. It just gives me a headache every time. So you'll always find the 3D set off on my 3DS.
Wow.
I know it's that bad.
I mean, it works well with some games. I think the Super Mario 3D World, it worked really well.
You kind of needed it to be able to play that.
It was weird because it used the perspective of where you were looking at it to change the 3D, would change the whole room for you.
Yeah, there was like shadowing and like it sort of set like the different blocks apart because there was depth perception. It's
very clever technology, but there's obviously some issues with people not enjoying it as much for a long period to play, and they always advised no more than like 20 minutes or so on it at first, and they upped it a little.
I think they also said like children under a certain age should not really play it for too long.
Children under like 4 or 5, I think it was,
because it's about their eye development.
It's weird, really, because that's a sort of one of the areas of people they'd actually go for first, kind of thing. Is they target the children sort of market and young families and things. So it's weird that they would include something that could damage their own.
Well, they didn't know that, and then they started noticing. They're like, we better put this in. Oh dear.
3DS though is.
I love it. It's kind of what started, Street Pass, didn't it?
Street Pass technology in the 3DS. Anyone doesn't know what that is. Basically, you have 2 3DSs. Say you walk past someone in the street, something while yours is turned on in a bag. You basically send Bluetooth data from one to the other just by walking past. And you could use these, what they called hits, to play certain games and unlock certain features.
First two were like a puzzle game and then an adventure game.
Yeah. Then they've added further more going forward, haven't they? But it's all been...
Then it's kind of died down.
It's died down now. But it was fun as it was going on. And they added, when they did add more, it did get people out
for a few years, though, considering.
Yes. I mean, I think... It could have been used a lot better in some games. I mean, I know Link Between Worlds, you get like a shadow link to fight.
Some games it really was not the best thing.
And the Smash Bros,
which is like I think it was New Super Mario Brothers. It was just like somebody beat this level in a certain time and stuff, something like that, and it's just like, that's not exactly a very good Street Pass one. Then there are other ones where it's absolutely brilliant, where you've got like data for the game, like Animal Crossing. You'll get like houses, you'll get other people's towns and things like that. That was brilliant Street Pass data. That was incorporating it in a better way.
I think it's a pity they haven't continued with it now and with you into the Switch, but it certainly got people out with the games, and I think that helped the groups like Street Pass UK's groups to develop and say, oh look, why don't you come and join us, you can get some hits with us and we can play some games together as well. So I think that it did what it was supposed to do. And
oh yeah, definitely.
At the same time, you could record steps and things like that on your console.
Yeah,
so
it's like a little pedometer.
Your own pedometer sort of thing.
Sadly, you can't really carry that at work, which...
No. I mean, most modern day phones have that in there now. And
yeah, pretty much.
It's not quite the same, is it?
No.
You can't just like pull it out and
doesn't help you get those play coins to be able to play in the game.
No. Well, that was another thing that was limited, though, because you could only get 20 a day, couldn't you? So
no, it was 10.
10 a day.
It was 10 a day.
Even
the max you could get was 300.
Right. Yeah, then it hit that barrier and it's like, oh.
You just had to start using them all.
So we've talked a lot about the software and like things, but
yeah,
3DS wise, is there anything else that sort of you could say my favourite game of 3DS right now?
Oh god, there's so many for 3DS I love. Animal Crossing's one. Monster Hunter 4.
Monster Hunter, yeah, I definitely agree with you there. Monster Hunter, I think
that really got me into it. Although I did play Try on the Wii U, which is a pretty good one.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know much about Monster Hunter until
number 4.
No, number 3 actually. I think number 3
right.
Because I know Neil from Street Pass UK. He actually got the full version. And with the full version, you got another digital copy that you could give to anyone else.
Oh, nice.
Which was a brilliant marketing idea, to be fair. You want to get 2, 3 people.
The whole game is about playing with people and being in a team. So
and you can't knock them for doing that. I think that was a brilliant idea.
At times we went on quests just to try and get that one particular monster.
I've got 3, 4. What was the one recently? It was...
Generations,
and they've got a new one,
Double X, I believe, right? Yeah.
Not sure if that's on 3DS or Switch yet. We haven't really heard anything.
We're always behind where the Japanese launch it, so we'll probably be a little while yet.
So we have to see.
I'm sure some of the diehard Monster Hunter fans out there can probably tell us.
Well, there's a lot of great communities in Monster Hunter.
Monhun Palicos and Monster Hunter Essex, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, both great.
Big shout out to those guys.
Check them out. What is there anything else on the 3DS before we?
There's so many. There's so many I couldn't really list them
I did like Link Between Worlds. So I've only been recently picked that up, but I think that's probably one of the best 2D Zelda I've played.
Yeah, pretty much all the Pokemon games.
Yes, Sun and Moon,
Mario
recently.
and Luigi. Paper Jam Bros and the Dream Team Bros.
I've not played either of those actually.
Oh, they're brilliant! I love the Mario
I've played the first one, which was on Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, it was GBA,
and then I think there was one on the DS as well.
There was. That was Partners in Time.
Partners in Time. The Inside Story was in 3DS as well, wasn't it?
It was on the 3DS, yes.
So I've not played any of those.
Not that one.
I need to go back and play those ones.
Yeah, there's so many games though. I just kind of like Triforce Heroes and...
When you're trying to think about
I've lost track. It's
X and Y and Sun and Moon for Pokemon games.
Like I said, pretty much every Pokemon game.
Every Pokemon game on there. But it's also the vast virtual console library on the 3DS. It's something everyone seems to overlook because there's so many games from past handheld games, and even NES and SNES games are on some consoles. It's like to have that massive library on that small console you can take anywhere was a great feature for it.
Oh yeah,
I think it's the problem we've got at the moment with Switch is the fact that there's just not many games for it. But as soon as they drop a virtual console onto that console,
yeah,
it's going to be a completely different world. It's just
pretty much.
But I just wanted to shout out for the 3DS Virtual Console because there's so many amazing games on there.
There were tons, and it even gave a chance for some indies as well.
I could even download Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2 in 3D
dear.
again. So.
Sonic Mania instincts.
Oh man, I can't wait for Sonic Mania. That is going to be my game of the year, despite the fact I've already played Zelda and called it game of the year.
Oh,
so, I think every game I play on the Switch is going to be called my game of the year. The end of the year is going to be so difficult to choose from. I might be biased, but
God.
Let's move on to the Wii U. Which people call the failed console, but I still
depends how you look at it.
Yeah, I think the main two you can say on there is Mario Kart 8 on the
and Splatoon. I'd say
those two basically dragged that console from where it was at the bottom of a river and sort of gave it a little bit of a boost.
I think it's because of like other consoles and what they were competing with, but in terms of games, they had some really good ones.
I mean, Splatoon 2 just had their demo launch over the weekend.
Yeah, well, there's still one more day.
Still one more day to go. You've had a small experience?
I did it before we came to the podcast.
I'm wearing my Splatoon shirt here now, so I know people can't see me.
It was brilliant. I think they've learned what they've needed to from the first game and put everything they've learned into the second one. I mean, it was only the demo, but they started showing off the new weapons.
I liked the first arena I was in when I played it was the one with the climbing wall.
Oh, yeah, that one.
And in the middle, you were literally on a climbing wall, on like a pyramid climbing wall to get up to the...
Kind of like King of the Hill, almost.
Like King of the Hill, yeah. So I'd like to see splat zones on that mode, on maybe around that sort of area. That could be quite interesting.
Would be.
But I just like the whole level design and the way it looks on the Switch currently is just... Oh, it's so good. I'm
a little put off by the map, just ever so slightly.
Yeah, that was the main problem actually, because on the Wii U, you have the gamepad as your controller for Splatoon. You couldn't use you could use a Pro controller, but only for multiplayer.
Yeah,
and it was very limited anyway. But, on the main game, you had to use the actual pad, and on the pad, you've always got the map screen.
Yeah, and on TV, you had everything else going on.
So you could literally start the game, go shoot some things, and then think, oh, my player over here, he needs help. And you could press him, and you could literally teleport, jump, squid jump.
But now you've got to push a button to get the map up.
Yeah, this is the problem, because if you, on the Switch, you have to get the map up and stop your game to select somewhere, whereas before you could sort of hover on the main area first and not really have to look at the top screen.
Pretty much.
That was probably the best use of the Wii U pad in a Wii U game, I think, personally. Other than maybe Mario Maker?
No? Mario Maker was good. It just died after the initial. I think you just got frustrated with the amount of horrible levels I made you play for our NPod competition. No, it wasn't that. As fun as that was, and as rage-inducing as that was, no, I think it was just literally you got it all. They added a few bits in to keep it interesting, but it literally just kind of petered out a little bit near the end.
Yeah,
which was a shame. I did love the game.
Are you a builder or are you a player?
I was more of a player than a builder.
I was the same.
I built 5 levels. That was it.
Yeah, I think that's the problem with that game. I think you need to be quite creative with it and know what you're doing with some of the things. I think in a way it's like a basic programming, but for a Mario game.
It was fun what you could do with it.
Yeah,
I think it's just that you had to have the patience to sit there and craft a level like God knows how many hours.
And I like the little connection to Mario Paint and the extra little Easter eggs, like being able to use the fly spotting game.
Yeah, that was funny. You had to shake something to make the flies.
Yes, there was different ways of doing it, but you had to shake an item on there or flower or something, and
then hit all the flies,
and you got into the mini game. There's that, and the weirdest thing in Mario Maker is the really tall, long Mario.
Oh, like Weird Mushroom Mario. Because I don't know if you've done it when you knock the doors. Well, you knock the door, and then a different Mario comes out each time.
But you come out in different costumes from all the other games. Like you'd have the Tanuki suit on,
frog suit,
things. I think that's the only time you'll see it with him, because you could only get him in the normal Mario Bros mode. I think.
Yes,
maybe.
I think
possibly. But
No, I think it was available for the different ones. I think at least I think
might
it was
be
the
wrong.
first two, like Mario Bros. And then Super Mario Bros. 3. Then that's the different ones you could do it for.
Maybe you're right. I'll have to have another look at that.
Yeah.
I was considering picking up the 3DS version for that, to be honest. But
Nah, I passed.
You passed.
Sadly, I was like, it's kind of gone out, and they took certain features away in the 3DS
yeah, I
version.
think the amiibo features was one of the main ones they removed from it, so
It was a shame.
not great. I'm conscious we're sort of running out of time at the moment.
Yeah.
So, shall we move on to the new console,
Switch.
the Switch, the Nintendo Switch? What are your thoughts on the hardware of the Nintendo Switch? What can you explain?
Based on just my own experiences, or from everything
explain what it is first. But what is the Nintendo Switch?
The Nintendo Switch is basically a console that you can have at home and on the go. So you basically at home have a docking station which you have the main console in. You then have the two Joy-Cons which then go on the sides of the main console. You can also use those as just separate consoles on their own. Controllers, saying consoles.
Okay.
And then if you want to take the game out on the go, you basically slide them on the console, pull the console out, and then off you go. It's a brilliant, brilliant idea, I think. I think it's really the next sort of step from for gaming, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely it's changed a few things.
Yes.
I think you could definitely see a future from playing on the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I think that's really given like other console developers a big kick up the butt, because it's like when can you say with any other console that you can play it at home and then just take it with you on the go?
Well, you can't do that with a PS4, and you can't do that with an Xbox One at the moment.
Just someone lumbering around with a PS4
And you definitely don't want to do
back.
it with a PS4 when you can get the VR headset with it as well, because that is just taking all that gear around with you.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if they develop a VR thing for this, but although it is a pretty big screen, so you've got to keep that in mind.
I just wanted to... I'm on the Switch now. I've got it on me here now. And I know the Vanderhoff & Co. previously mentioned the sliding of the controllers into.
Yeah.
So if I just slide this in, and it does the little click. Oh, it's so good. I'll do it again, just so you can hear. Oh, there we go.
It's just, well, that was the main bit, wasn't it?
Well, that was
when
the
you
main
first
bit, and that-
saw the logo, it was like, oh, that's got to be something.
But yeah, I think so far I've really enjoyed what I've had playing on the Switch. I mean, the different game modes, different controller types you can use.
You can literally just play, what was it, in handheld mode with the main console with the two sliders on. You can put it in tabletop mode,
Yep.
where you put it on a little holder built into it.
I mean, there's a little what do you call that at the back? What would you say that
Stand,
is?
kickstand.
A little kickstand. Oh, that's not.
And Jack has just booted
That's
up
not
Breath of the Wild.
Put a little kickstand on. The only problem I think with this is a little bit flimsy. The kickstand. It could be a little bit stronger.
No, it's easily fixed. They did actually post that when it first launched.
Yeah.
It literally, if it falls off, you just pop it back in.
Cool. And then the SD card is actually attached where the
But it's quite well, like
where the stand comes out.
it's quite well mounted within the actual console, so it's not literally going to just pop out.
The game cards. Have you licked a game card?
No, why would I lick a game card? Seriously, first moment I saw somebody goes, "Oh, game cards taste bad." I'm like, okay, why? Why are you even like considering the thought of licking it in the first place?
Well, I spoke to our former member of Street Class Southampton, Lewis.
Ah, yes.
He said to me that people were licking the carts, and for some reason, I'm like,
well, the reason around it was to stop children putting they're quite small cartridges, and it's to stop them eating them.
But I said to Lewis, I've never licked a CD before, so why would I want to lick a cart?
I really wonder what goes through people's minds.
Yeah.
Was it just that they like? I wonder if somebody was changing a cart, had it in their mouth.
I think it was more the curiosity kind of thing that people were like saying, "Oh, oh, it tastes really bad. One person's done it and like, oh, does it really? And, oh, let's just test it and find out.
I reckon somebody was changing the cart. They put that in their mouth and they were like, I've just picked up the taste of something, and
it's done for the right reasons, so someone doesn't swallow it or dogs don't.
The safety reason's there for a reason.
Whatever. So, what is your favourite game on the Switch so far?
Well, that's a stupid question, isn't it?
Yes.
It's Breath of the Wild.
Yes.
Shovel Knight a close, very, very close second. But
I would put Bomberman in the top 3.
Yeah,
And
I probably would. Although Snipper
Clips
Clips is pretty good.
Snipper Clips is amazing. I think if you can get 2 people, if you can play that couch co-op,
I've managed to get people who've never played console games to play it.
Yeah.
And it's just a brilliant sort of little game where it just really tests the intricacies of it. But anyway...
If no one knows what Snipper Clips is, it's basically you control 2 little paper-like characters.
It's basically the Joy-Cons in little paper form.
Yep. And you're in the game, you've got to mould yourself onto each other and make little snips and cuts to fit into different shapes.
Yeah, it's a very funny, intricate game. There's loads of little puzzles and you can play it singularly, but it's a little bit more difficult because it kind of, like with 2 player, you use more momentum and stuff.
Yeah, you've got to switch between the 2 characters when you're playing on 1 player. I mean, it's definitely a better experience with 2
Probably going to consider buying it, but I'd need to wait for money, really. I mean, I did spend like a lot of money on the console for the games.
I must have spent over 400 quid on the console so far. And charge cables and carry cases and things like that. I haven't got a screen protector yet either. I don't know if you've got one on yours.
No.
I've not had any problems with
carry case, but that's about it.
Have you had any issues with the scratching of the console so far?
No, I used the felt pad trick. I put little felt pads on the inside of the dock.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. Holds it nice and tight.
From your workplace, I presume.
Yeah.
The big blue box.
Go to IKEA, they sell them really cheap.
There are other venues and places like that place.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I think if we're going to talk about one game in particular, it's Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
Brilliant.
What a game.
Absolutely brilliant. I like the amount of times I've gone, oh my god, I didn't know I could do that, or oh my god, I didn't realise that.
Let's get the elephant out of the way first. Not that one. The frame rate does drop every now and then. Yeah,
I think like one particular area. I think I've mentioned this.
There's a few. Well, there's one main area.
It's heavy character and element areas. Yeah. That it happens, but it's not major. It's just slight frame rate drop. But for what the game is, though, it really doesn't matter. I mean, it's a brilliant game. The story, the gameplay, it's all there.
I mean, it's the fact that you basically get opened up into this whole new world.
It's a big open sandbox
straight from the start, and you can go where you. There's a small tutorial area, but then after that, you can go wherever you want.
And there's no loading apart from maybe the shrines.
There is loading, but not only between the shrines, and then minor ones as you're going to
teleportation.
I found a few when playing portably that it's taken a little bit of time to catch up every now and then, but then it's fine for long periods after that. So I don't know if it's just a game card thing, just trying to wake up kind of thing.
Maybe
the game itself, I don't think I've ever played anything like it. There's just like there's so much you can do.
You've got to keep an eye on your temperature. Because you can go up in mountains and freeze to death, or you go to deserts and burn to volcanoes.
I did like the desert area actually, because it was all at night. You have to consider that it's going to be colder in the desert.
Yeah, I know, that really caught me off guard for a minute. I was like, oh yeah, darn it.
But during the day, it's obviously going to be hot in the desert, so you've got to be on both sides and say.
Yeah, because you get clothes and sets which help sort of tackle the different climates and surroundings.
I mean, I don't want to give away story spoilers, but I think the dungeons so far have been challenging.
In some, I'd say some stories are probably, or some areas are a little bit more different than others. But yeah, I could probably agree some are a little bit more challenging.
There's a lot more to them than people have first look at and think, it's just a normal Zelda dungeon. Go to this area, collect that item, blow up that boss with that item.
Yeah,
you
not
don't
that
do
at all
that in this game.
No,
you've got to figure out your own way of dealing with things. I mean, there are certain ways of defeating bosses, but you don't have to do it that way. You can do it.
It literally is big open sandbox thing. It literally doesn't matter. It'll probably be a little bit more difficult, but you just cope with it and get on with what you've got. I did. I tell you what, the first dungeon I did, I was really struggled. Luckily, I had enough food and stuff, but
Oh man,
what's the weirdest thing you found in there?
the weirdest thing.
There are lots of weird things. I've seen videos. There's bits I haven't even found, and I'm like, my God, can't believe that's in there.
I think the shield surfing was the weirdest thing at first. So I don't know if you've done much.
I found the shield surfer. I didn't do it because I needed the money at the time.
Yeah,
because I'll go into that in a minute.
There's a mountain I'm on at the moment, and basically it's
Hebron Mountains.
Yeah, possibly that. It's literally just a massive cliff face, and you meet this one person, and they says, "Why don't you just shield surf down it?" Like, what?
Like a shield surf?
Yeah, I didn't quite understand what it was all about until she explained it. I've seen videos since of people doing it all over the place. And I'm like, if I knew that before, I'd be able to do it everywhere. Kind of thing.
Yeah, you can do it in the desert as well.
But I think everyone I spoke to, and I asked them, what did you do when you left the tutorial area? And every single person I've spoke to has done different things.
Yeah.
Which just explains how adaptable this game is, and the fact that you can just do whatever you want.
Some people just run straight towards the castle and just go, "Oh, I'm gonna do
it." You can do it. You can go to the final boss and you can try and defeat him.
Yeah,
right there. But
you've got to have a lot of skill. And
in the words of one of our favourite games on PC, you're going to have a bad time.
Yes, very bad time. But shield surfing's your weirdest thing.
Yeah, I think there's probably lots of other weird things in the game. And
I'm probably going to spoil it, maybe. Depends how you look at it.
Okay.
Great fairies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they are very strange.
How many great fairies have you found?
I think I've found 2.
I have found all 4.
There's 4, okay. Right.
The 4th one's the weirdest one.
Right.
Because I'm sure you've seen, when you upgrade the armour, there's different animations for the different levels.
Yes.
First one, basically, she blows a kiss from her hand.
Yes.
The second time, she kind of like kisses her finger and then sort of flicks.
At first, you just see her arm.
Yeah.
And it just pulls out and then says, "Give me rupees."
Yeah.
Like,
gimme.
Okay. And then gone. And then she just pops out and,
yeah.
"Oh, do you want some stuff?" Like, all right.
No. She upgrades armor. So the first time she blows a kiss. Second time she kisses her finger and flicks it. The third time she goes in for a kiss, and it's not like nice kiss. It's like weird, creepy cougar kiss.
Oh God.
So yeah, the 4th time is the weirdest. She basically snatches Link up,
right,
hugs him to her bosom,
okay,
and then drags him underwater.
Okay.
There's videos of this online. When I first found it, I didn't watch videos. I just saw it for the first time. I was wetting myself.
Yeah, they do like him a lot, don't they? They do seem to be...
and they all do that.
Yeah.
But it was so funny.
I suppose it depends on what order you find the Great Fairies. So are they different? You could literally find any area you wanted in any order.
Yeah, you could find them in any different order. It doesn't matter really which way. Though the 4th one, if you did it in the right order, is actually like the funniest one. Okay. Just literally because...
I'm just wondering if you visit that one first and it did the same thing, or whether you have to go back through the 4 again.
Depends really, but
see, I think
the way it's programmed, she is technically the last one.
Cool. Nice.
But yeah, that's my weirdest thing in Breath of the Wild.
What game are you most looking forward to next on the Switch?
Oh, I don't know. I want to see what Mario Odyssey's like, but we haven't seen much other than the video.
I'm really looking forward. I know we played ARMS at the London event.
Oh, don't. I love ARMS.
You loved ARMS. I was no good at it, but I really enjoyed it.
I can't wait to play as Ninjaru. The ninja.
It's ARMS is basically like a boxing game where you
just take the 2 Joy-Cons as gloves and start punching.
And your arms are like springs, and you launch them out at your opponent.
It's like Punch Out, but with a bit of a big twist on it.
Yeah, but there seem to be a lot more technical, different things you can do. I've been seeing in videos.
Yeah, like curve punches, jumps, like dodging.
People got double jumps, and other people can hide between things. It's just... an interesting game. I like to see how it does with Mario Kart 8D, with Splatoon 2, of course.
Yeah.
There's over 100 indie games all coming out for the Switch next year. I mean, that's quite good, really, but we still want to see a few more first party and third party titles.
I'm sure we will.
Switch.
I think Nintendo just holding their cards close to their chest.
Yes. Okay. I think we're nearly there, aren't we?
Yeah, I think we were exhausted a lot.
We've done all right there, really. I think we spread it out quite well. I was worried we weren't going to have enough time to talk.
I thought we were going to have enough at one point, but then like, oh, maybe we have enough.
Just wanted to shout out to Alan.
Hello.
You've done a great job, mate, trying to organise all this.
Yes, thank you very much.
Together.
Thank you guys for coming along.
That's all right. Anytime, we're more than welcome to do it. So.
I may be organising it, but it's nothing without you guys and all the other guys.
I mean, like I said earlier, the podcasts I've seen all day and listened to all day have been absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
There's some really interesting people in this sort of community of podcasters,
There really is, yeah. It's always a surprise when you find someone new. And I've not heard of you guys before. I started searching people out and some of the others, and I now subscribe to everyone who's been here this weekend.
We're a fortnightly podcast.
Podcast.
We're the podcast.
I'm just struggling with time for everything now.
Well, that's always been our problem, because Matt originally wanted to do one every week, and me and Sam both work. Well, I work
insane hours. Me especially. My shift works.
So it's always been difficult to try and get us organised.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Together,
oh, jeez! I'm destroying the set.
But I think that's really our only limitation is just time.
Yeah.
Cost maybe every now and then, but
before we finish, I suppose we should say, like, this is all for Red Nose Day. Please donate. Every little bit counts, when you do, make sure you click the gift aid button, because the government will match. Was it 25%?
25%. I've shared links to our page onto my own Twitter and Facebook page, onto our End Podcast System Twitter page at End Podcast System. They're on my page at Gorney7789. And Sam, have you been retweeting them? You will be retweeting them.
I will be. Yes. I've been very busy.
On your page,
I'm sorry.
At Sam Spade Gaming.
Yes.
Yours?
Yes.
Sam also does a YouTube channel, and you need to all go subscribe and watch all his videos. They're really good.
As are yours on Gorney7789.
Thank you. Do we want to see what we're doing on the donations?
Yep, I've literally just been totting them up.
Ooh, exciting times.
The total that we're currently standing at after just under 14 and a half hours is £274.16.
Brilliant.
Nice.
Cheers, guys.
Nice random pence.
Every little bit helps, but give more. Lots more. Come on, we need help.
A couple of quid here and there is all you need, everyone will do it.
Even if it's just a
share
pound,
it out, retweets,
50p, everything
likes,
matters.
Whatever you can give is gratefully received.
Yeah. So that's pretty much us then, really, isn't it?
Yes. I'm sure as we're about to sign out, we'll do Matthew's classic little bit at the end.
Oh, really? Do we have to?
Yeah.
So, what part are we doing? We're doing the
No, just like, thank you very much.
Oh, right. Do I have to do all that guff? You can do that stuff.
No, it's literally just thank you very much, and as always, happy gaming.
So,
thanks very much, guys. We're going to listen to a little comic relief appeal, and then I'm going to do a little phone-in show. So this is a story about what happened when Ed Sheeran went to Liberia.
We do song for song. You sing one, then I sing one, yeah?
And share all around how I do about.
We'll be loving you till we're 70. And baby,
it's been over 3 years since the outbreak of Ebola killed over 11,000 people in West Africa. When Ebola hit, what was it like?
My father was sick. Dying of fermenting, toileting. They came to the Ebola center. The next morning, they bring it here and saying town.
When was the last time you went to school?
But saying that we need Ebola town, I can't go to school. My mama get money. Sing this song. So I remember my dad. I go now, I go, Abu, Tina.
What's up, Peaches?
So don't wipe tears remind you your life.
Last thing I always wanted this trip to be was to be the celebrity who comes over to Africa and cries on TV and says, send your money over. I really wanted to come and be like, everything's positive, everything's great. And then, I don't know, I was just singing with that girl. Her dad taught her how to sing. And she just got really choked up about it. You know, I watch Comic Relief every single year, and this is always what celebrities do. And I always think, no, but is it really that bad? And then I sort of turn up and, yes, it is.
To send a girl like Peaches to school for a whole year is only £45. Please give what you can. Go to rednoseday.com. Thank you.
We're raising money in aid of Comic Relief. To donate, head to www.superpod.co.uk and click donate.